is lit or right. Keep it safe and make sure there's no fire. Open to YouTube and look for Kids Fire Protection Answers.
Hi guys. Alright, so why is it important to hire professionals to do your inspections and or service work on fire sprinkler, fire alarm, E-lights, extinguishers, any of that kind of stuff? Well, let's take fire extinguishers for example. There's many recalls on different types of fire extinguishers. And unless you're on top of that stuff, which a fire extinguisher company would be, you're not going to know about it. So it's a good idea to hire professionals to come in and check your fire extinguishers, to inspect them annually, to determine if they are the kind with the throwaway gauge, the white background there. Yeah, see it says discard at the bottom here. Yeah, so those, after use or after 6 years, they're trash. They're useless to you. So yeah, every year we inspect these, and once they're 6 years past, we won't inspect them anymore. We'll just write on there, due for replacement, because this is like a Yugo. It's a throwaway. Once it goes bad, it goes bad. There's nothing we can do with it. We can't service it. E-lights. If an exit sign goes bad and you do not have a generator, you have to get the right kind of battery backup exit sign to replace that. Because if you get the kind that will transfer power from a generator, it doesn't have a test button, it doesn't have battery backup. So when the power goes out, it just goes out. It's powered normally, but in the event of an issue, it's not going to do its job. So you have to have the right equipment installed, otherwise it won't work the way it's supposed to work. Same thing with emergency lighting. If they don't know that they have to plug in the battery inside the box, they hook it up. But I couldn't tell you how many I've walked up to that we've pressed the button or we've turned off the breaker and it does not energize, and we take the cover off and lo and behold, the battery's never been hooked up. It's just been sitting there inactive. So the battery's not even charged. So then we have to wait and see if the battery will charge to see if it's even functional. So yeah, it's a good idea to hire professionals for those types of things, because they're going to know what needs to be done in order to get you where you need to be, instead of we'll just put this in. Oh no, well, that one doesn't have battery backup, or that one doesn't have the right fire extinguisher head, it's made of plastic. There's been some recalls on those. So yeah, you need to have professionals, especially for fire sprinkler repairs and inspections. There are some things you can do as an owner, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and then quarterly we have other things that we do, and then annually we have a whole big inspection that we have to do. We have to look at every single fire sprinkler in the building, all the exposed piping. We have to test every device. So it depends on what all is needed and so on and so forth. But once you get to a certain point, you need to hire a professional. Repairing items on a fire sprinkler system, not a good idea. Mainly because we are the professionals. We know how to disable the system so that it's not going to do anything and cause damage. Let's say it's in a high rise and it's got 2 sets of floor controls. Is it a loop system to where if you shut this side, it's still going to be fed from this side? Or is it this system feeds half the floor and this system feeds half the floor, and somewhere in the middle is a mushy zone that we don't know exactly what's going to happen when we pull this head? Just saying. You know, as the professionals, we would come in, we would disable both systems, drain them both, and then do the work that we need to do, determine where the line is, and then that way we'll know we can just shut this system off for this side, and from this point here over, it's that side, and let you know as well. Special hazard systems, just get a professional. It's just so much easier, because if you discharge that canister, it's a big cost, and you just don't want to play with that. It's quite expensive. Kitchen systems, same thing. It's going to cost you not only in chemical, but it's going to cost you in revenue, because you're going to have to shut down until it gets fixed. And you can't reuse that oil. It has to go, and it has to be cleaned. Everything inside the hood has to be cleaned. It's a big mess. Foam systems, same thing, big old mess, and it's just better to have a professional take care of it from the beginning. Fire alarm, same thing. You don't want to be responsible to go and change a smoke head, and then now all of a sudden it is constantly in trouble because it's not programmed into the system correctly. So a professional is going to come in, make sure that that device goes to that panel, and that it knows and it's communicating, and it's going to be tested before he leaves, and everything will be great. So having a professional take care of your items is highly recommended. I've been to quite a few places. They were installed in the 80s, and just nobody's seen it. Nobody's touched it. And I go to the restroom and I look up and, oh my, there's taped heads here. When was the last time they painted the ceiling? Oh, 1985. Those have been taped since 1985. That's kind of scary to think about. Nobody's inspected the system, and nobody knows if it'll actually work. They know that it says it's on, the stem's out on the OSY, or the paddle is indicating that it's open, but nobody's been here to do a flow test to make sure that the main drain doesn't drain the system and that there's no water actually coming in. We don't know if the underground valve's shut. Nobody's been there. Nobody's done anything. We don't even know if the flow switch will send a signal to the panel and alert the fire department. It's huge liability. And if your insurance company finds out and you've had a fire and the building burned down, and they say, well, where's your inspection paperwork? I don't have any. Well, you don't have a claim. If you're not doing your part, your insurance can say, no, I'm not paying you. I'm not paying for this. These are required inspections. So it's a good idea to have professionals do these inspections to keep you up to par when it comes to your insurance, your jurisdiction. Because if the fire marshal ever came in there and said, hey, where's your inspection paperwork, and you don't have it, and they start looking at stuff, they're going to shut you down or give you 30 days and then shut you down. So it's a good idea to just go ahead and get ahead of the 8 ball and get the stuff done to protect yourself, your customers, and your reputation. Professionals have the know-how to make things right. If you've got a bad module on a fire alarm device, they're going to know how to fix it in the most expedient way and save you money in the long run. So if you have any questions or concerns about your professional company doing your inspections, please send me an email and we'll discuss it and we'll figure out what you need to do. If you have any questions about whether or not you need a professional, send me an email. Like, subscribe, and share this channel with those who you think would benefit from knowing more about fire protection systems. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you next time.
When you find your alarm sounds off in the night, don't make mistakes, get answers that are right. Keep it safe and make sure there's no fire. And the YouTube and look for Kids Fire Protection Answers. Protection Answers. Got questions, he's got answers that make sense. Don't wait the channel to open his Kids Fire Protection Answers.